Hi, Derek Johnson with Tatango.com here. I'm going to be talking today about double opt-ins for SMS marketing. And while, a double opt-in is not required by the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, which is the TCPA or federal law, it's not required by the wireless carriers or the CTIA. We here at Tatango, and I personally think that a double opt-in is the only way a brand should be running a text message opt-in campaign. There's a few reasons why I believe this. And first, let's talk about what a double opt-in is for text message marketing. So when someone opts in for a recurring text messaging campaign, they're either going to do that through a website form or a point of sale or getting out their phone and texting a keyword to a short code to opt in. So the double part of the double opt-in is the consumer then must take another action, and usually it's when the SMS provider, the brand, sends back a text message and it will say, are you sure you want to opt in? They reply yes. There's so many different reasons why I recommend that the only way that you do a recurring text messaging campaign is via double opt-in. So let me go through these different reasonings and hopefully convince you why a double opt-in should be the only way you're running your campaigns. So the first is, if you're using a website form or a point of sale, you definitely want to double opt-in. And the reason being is that it's really the only way that you can confirm that the person typing in their phone number is the person that actually owns the phone number. So hypothetically, let's say I go up to a point of sale system and it says, hey, would you like to join our text messaging campaign? I type in my sister's phone number, or I mistype my phone number. Maybe I don't even do it on purpose, I just mistype it. If I don't have a double opt-in, I'm opting in someone else to a brand's SMS campaign, which obviously can cause problems and would be considered text message spam. Okay? So that's number one. So the reason why a double opt-in would fix that is when I type in, let's say, somebody else's phone number, they would receive a text message that says, please reply yes, to confirm that you want to opt in, and they wouldn't opt in. Therefore, you wouldn't be sending them text message spam in the future. Now, if it is my phone number that I type in, then that's great because I would reply yes and confirm to you that the phone number I typed in is my phone number and I want to opt in. Pretty easy. So that's a big issue, especially with people with fat fingers and stuff like that. They're typing in the wrong phone numbers, they mistype. There's so many different reasons why maybe the phone number that's being entered into these point of sales or website forms is not actually the person's phone number that is typing it in. The second one, which I think is even more important, is that when you do a double opt-in, you have a record, a text message record of the consumer consenting to the terms and conditions of the SMS campaign. What does this mean? So let's hypothetically say that you have a big billboard advertising your campaign. And it says text join to 12345 to opt in. And then at the bottom, it has all of the terms and conditions and the legal language and the TCPA requirements. Consent is not a condition of purchase, and you're opting in for auto-dialed marketing messages. All that stuff is down there. Now, here's what happens, is a consumer, let's say, takes a photo of that billboard. And let's say that consumer, the photo that they took, only includes text join to 12345. They post that onto Instagram or Facebook, and then people on Instagram and Facebook look at it and they say, oh great, text join to 12345, and then if it's a single opt-in, they're going to text it in and then be automatically opted into the campaign. Now here's the problem, is the consumer then that saw that Instagram post or saw that Facebook image can come back to the brand and say, whoa, I never consented for you guys to send me automated dial messages. I didn't consent to your terms and conditions of your text messaging campaign, which can include really important clauses like an arbitration clause. So if you do a double opt-in though, you're always ensuring that you have a text message record of them consenting to your terms and conditions of your text messaging campaign. So in the example for the billboard, if the billboard, again, always put your terms and conditions and everything on the billboard, but let's say somebody takes a photo of it, but this is a double opt-in. So they take the photo, text join to 12345, they post it to Facebook. I go to Facebook and I look at the image and I go, oh great, but it doesn't have the terms and conditions of the program there. If it's a double opt-in, I text join to 12345, and then instead of being opted in right away, the brand sends a text message. And in that text message, this is the double opt-in part, in the text message, it discloses all the things that are on the billboard that you need to get from the consumer before they opt in to your SMS campaign. This is things like agreeing to your terms and conditions. So having a link in your double opt-in message to your full terms and conditions. This is agreeing to receive auto-dialed marketing messages. This is agreeing that consent is not a condition of purchase. Both those two things are required by the TCPA. Once the consumer agrees to it, all they have to do is reply yes to that message, and then they're opted in. So then in the future, if that consumer comes back to you and says, whoa, I did not consent to this, or I did not agree to those terms, all you have to do is look up the consumer's phone number in your SMS marketing provider platform and look at the messaging history and say, actually, yes, you did. So that's the reason why a double opt-in, while it's not required, I think it's essential for a brand to use when they're running a recurring SMS marketing campaign.